Schweinsteiger to find past that to Young. Martial, cross comes Skirtle.
He'll take him on, Stuart.
Martial, great skill, Martial! What a debut! Anthony Martial scores for Manchester United on his debut against Liverpool at the Stratford End, the stuff that dreams are made of.
Ah, but what a goal, Stuart. It's not what a terrific goal. The confidence of a kid, 19 years of age. No wonder the crowd have got excited. Well, the United fans anyway, what a goal. The thing about it as well, nobody'd ever heard of him. They've heard about him now.
Welcome along to Match Day Review, where we'll be chatting about Michael Carrick's 4th win from 4 games as our head coach, as United beat Spurs by 2-0 here at Old Trafford. It was another majestic display from our captain Bruno Fernandes, scoring the decisive 2nd goal after earlier in the game Bryan Mbeumo had put the Reds 1-up against 10-man Spurs. Christian Romero, the Argentinian World Cup winner, seeing red for a bad challenge on Casemiro. But the bottom line is it's 3 points more for United in the pursuit of Champions League football next season, and smiles on the faces of Reds worldwide. Here in the studio, I'm delighted to be joined by 2 former Reds, Danny Simpson and John O'Shea. Shazy, another good win for your old mate Michael Carrick, in charge of this rejuvenated United.
Yeah, listen, fantastic. The momentum continues. We spoke about kind of Tottenham beforehand, which Tottenham would kind of turn up, and thankfully, listen, we didn't have to worry about that too much. It was mainly about Manchester United. It can be frustrating against 10 men, and it did prove it at times, but listen, getting that 2nd goal at a crucial time, because Tottenham could have a few counter-attacks or a few little chances, but I don't think they got a shot on target in the end in the 2nd half. It was total domination. A deserved 3 points.
The 2 goals we scored, the first, brilliantly worked corner routine. Bruno into Cobby's, ball back to, and Mbeumo was spot on, and then he stroked it into the bottom corner.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest strike, but yeah, he got enough on it because it's been raining today, so it's a bit wet, but obviously something they've worked on, because obviously you'd want a left foot on the edge of the box. Obviously Cobby's whipped it with his right foot. But no, it was a great work goal. Credit to the players and the staff. So there's nothing better than when you work on something in the training ground and then we execute it on game day. Obviously, yes, at that point Spurs had a man sent off, so obviously there's one less body in the box. But yeah, they capitalised on it, and that's a great start to the game.
And the 2nd was a lovely finish by Bruno, a difficult one, off his shin in the end, but a controlled shin.
Yeah, you'd say a guided finish.
A guided shin.
Because he knew he wasn't able to, the way the ball was bouncing, trajectory that was coming at him. I think he knew exactly what he was doing, and that's, listen, no surprise really. Very clever finish, using the shin to guide it in.
Yeah, loads to chat about from that game. We want to take this opportunity to welcome our viewers on YouTube. We'd love to hear what you have to say about the game, and if you have any questions for Simo or for Shazy, please put them in the comments section. We'll get to them when we can. We also want to know who you vote as your man of the match. It's a poll which is also live on the Manchester United app, so get on that and have your say on your man of the match as well. Who would you go for, Simo, and why?
Well, before the game, I said Mbeumo was going to score first and Bruno man of the match, so I have to stick with man of the match, Bruno.
That's a pretty good shout, to be fair.
I do think he was man of the match, but yeah, I will go with that, especially.
I flipped it the other way. I had Bruno to score first and Mbeumo man of the match.
Who would you say was man of the match in your opinion?
Listen, Casemiro's in the mix again. I think he's maintained that high level of performance. The good thing about it, it's not a clear winner. That also means the team performance was really, really strong. It'd probably go for, listen, I might just edge it to Mbeumo, in fairness to him. I think the work rate, Bruno, listen, has a few more, I'd say, highlight moments, but I think Mbeumo's impact on the team overall, very effective.
It certainly is. Comments starting to come in now on YouTube. Thanks for all of them. Aratzi says, Manchester United, thank you, and hopefully in the next match we'll get 3 points continuously. Keep your spirits up, United, come on. Get Up. Frank True One says, which team would really want to play against us at the moment? We are cooking. It's a scary proposition to play the Reds at the moment, Simo, the way the team is gelling.
It is. I think you should any team looking at the back to flying. Everyone looks like they're together. See them all there at the end. This is the sides that we want to see that we've not been able to see for a while. But I think West Ham are looking at that thinking, oh, last thing we want is United coming to us on Tuesday. 4 wins on the bounce. Like Shazy just said, it's not just one player. They're all playing well. They've all raised the game. Even the players coming off the bench, and they're adding to it as well. Sesko again, nearly trying to get a goal, but I think everyone's just flying. So yeah, I won't want to play them now.
Yeah, we are cooking right now, and my daughter tells me that means we're doing very well, Shazy. So United playing well. It's a great thing to see smiles on the faces, not just of the players, but all the fans here as well. They've been really delighted with what they've seen today, and the effort from everybody again, albeit for most of the game against 10-man Spurs, but still the application, the desire, the effort again can't be faulted.
No, listen, you see it so many times, playing against 10 men. It happened not so long ago here at Old Trafford. It's awkward. It can be awkward, but it's how you go about it. Michael will probably a little bit he won't be that too much disappointed in the sense of he would have liked a few more goals. I think maybe the way the last 10 minutes there was a few more chances to kind of add to the tally, but overall a clean sheet, very important too. Like we mentioned a bit beforehand, the back four, that consistency in the back four and the goalkeeper too, so lots of positives.
And they've had different tests, haven't they, as well? Obviously playing against Arsenal and Man City, who obviously at the moment have been so successful and the best teams in the country, where they can sit back and counter-attack. Then Fulham at home, we were like, oh, how are we going to play against Fulham? Are they going to sit deep? But going from 2-0 up to reacting to getting a last-minute winner, and today playing against 10 men, that's another different kind of test.
Listen, it's the public and the media kind of perception of the first 2 games were a given. Where it's like as crazy as it sounds, now it's the real test of Fulham and Tottenham, and Michael's been able to get another 2 wins. So
now people will be saying, well, the real test is West Ham away, and then the real test is Everton away. I mean, tough games to come.
Yeah.
But the question now is, how far can this team get? Where can we finish? Quite rightly, Michael and the staff, the players as well, are all taking the game at a time and just see where we end up. Not paying too much attention to the table. That's what we do as fans and ex-players. We'll look at the table a bit more. But Chris Yang says, Champions League spot, here we come. That seems all the more realistic. Every week we get a good result.
I think if I was sat in that dressing room now, I'd be looking at each other saying, lads, that's our target. Champions League football. I think anything less than that. I know it's going to be tough.
Minimum. Yeah.
But I think you're looking around the way we're playing, the way we are as a group. 1 game a week. We've got time on the training pitch. You've got extra days off to recover. Other teams don't have that luxury. So yeah, I'd expect them players who are top players, who are international players, to be like, lads, the bare minimum is, is 4th and getting that Champions League spot. Realistically,
for a Champions League place, we are directly up against Chelsea and Liverpool, aren't we? Do you think Arsenal and City are too far in it? Villa's the conundrum here, because the XG, if you believe in that metric, says they are way outperforming where they should be. Can they get pulled back a little bit? Will they be sucked into the race with ourselves, Liverpool and Chelsea?
Listen,
it looks like it's, because we probably will get 5 places, 5 from 6.
Yeah, but listen, that's the beauty of it now, in the sense that Michael will be able to just stress to the lads in the dressing room, we just focus on ourselves, boys. We're in a good spot, good momentum, and then the rest, it'll take care of itself, the rest of it. But like you mentioned, the others are going to have that European football. They're going to have more tests on the squad, and Michael can just drive that dynamic of, listen, we'll be fresh, we'll be well prepared for each game, and you just take the momentum. It's huge in football, the confidence and momentum, the hard things just to flip on. You see it when you're lower in the table, you see it when you're higher in the table. If you're on that bit of a slide, it's very hard to switch back, and at the minute, United have it on both fronts.
And I think if you wanted to be in anyone's camp at the minute, Aston Villa, Man United, Chelsea or Liverpool, right now you'd want to be in the Man United camp. And Shazy was playing back then when it was business end of the season, right towards the end, and you get that momentum, and it looks like they've got a chance to carry that on.
West Ham will be an interesting one because it'll be the first game when you've not had the full week to work up to. That will pose a different set of challenges. West Ham play at Burnley, don't they, today?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
6-pointer there, isn't it, for sure? West Ham started to recover a little bit in form. They saw Forest get beaten easily by Leeds Friday night. So you just don't know what to expect. The Hammers love to get a result against us, don't they, when we go down there? So what do you expect from that one?
Yeah, it'll be a challenge, a different test. Like you mentioned, Nuno's been slowly, I suppose, implementing his style onto West Ham. They're becoming a bit more, I suppose, defensively solid as a unit, not just the defenders. I think the whole team has been working harder. And that's, you see Nuno over time eventually does that with his teams. So, but as you mentioned, let's see how they get on today. There could be a different feel in that stadium if they don't have a positive result today against Burnley. Yeah. But if they did, I think either way, Michael can just stress to the lads, it's going to be a tough test, but we carry on with what we're doing. Yeah,
we sure do. A couple of shouts on Man of the Match coming from the viewers on YouTube. Classic3052 says, Ahmad, man of the match for me, always pressing, threatening and gets back to play defence. Good shout, he was brilliant again. You can trust him, can't you, to do his due diligence defensively as well as offering us a lot going forward.
Yeah, Shazy said before the game, sure, Diogo Dalot, we play right back. He's a great person to play with. Because yes, we know there's attacking threat. He can go both ways, but his work rate, getting back to help you is something that sometimes at Leicester I didn't have if we had Mahrez. But I think I think in that team now they all work hard. Ahmad's one of them, Cunha and Mbeumo sometimes, and that's why they see the rotation, because they'll drop in here, they'll stay up front, and that's what I like to see is, depending on who it is at the time, I'll fill in, I'll do the work rate, you have your rest, and it's great to see him, but Ahmad's been superb.
And I think, listen, that links into a bit to Diogo as well. Really consistent again today, really solid.
Yeah.
And again, joined in the attack when needed, but defensively really impressive too.
He's had a good few weeks, hasn't he, Diogo?
Yeah, exactly. He's just, I think, having the staff in behind him to just support him and keep it simple for him. And I think he's really effective then behind it.
Really is. This from Dave in Hamburg. Cobby, sensational again, must be in the England squad. You noticed a certain England representative watching them today.
Yeah, Anthony Barry was there. So, listen, he can only be impressed and what he's done the last few weeks. But Cobby will know that himself in terms of how big he was for England in the last tournament, to know that if I perform to my levels, that's all he'll have to do. And then hopefully he would imagine it takes care of itself. But you have to be performing for your club, especially the competitiveness of that England squad.
On that note, both Harry and Luke have performed really well in front of Anthony as well, haven't they? So they must be in consideration if their form continues and they stay injury-free.
Yeah, I'll be honest, if this form continues, I'd be very surprised if them two are not in that England squad. Just for the form, not even at their experience. Harry's probably been one of the best players England have had over the last few tournaments.
In big tournaments, yeah.
In big tournaments. We know what he can deliver. We know how good he is in set pieces for and against. Luke, I'm not sure right now is there a better left back than him in England playing better than him. So yeah, them two have got a great chance, and obviously alongside Cobby.
Yeah, another couple of shouts for man of the match, Seri Sukma. Casemiro, world-class performance again, and we always see the Brazilian at the moment putting in great performances. And what does it give to that midfield to have his know-how, his experience in there?
Alisson is huge, like we mentioned beforehand, that the calmness and the rotation of the team now at the minute when with Cobby and Bruno as well. His passing range is, listen, he obviously received a bad tackle from Romero, but was able to dust himself down and thankfully get on with it and have a big part. But like I mentioned, in terms of the man of the match, it's spread out across the team, and that's a good sign that the team level has been very high, and you want that to continue.
And Shane says Bruno for man of the match. Never puts a foot wrong, always contributing, whether it's a goal or an assist. And it seems every week he puts himself in the frame for man of the match.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Sometimes I think he's going for that assist record. There's a couple of times where
you were crying for him to shoot.
Yeah. Some fantasy points for everybody. I just think he actually enjoys like setting his teammates up. You can see, you know, and it's nice to see. But yeah, he's, you know, everything's through him. You know, his passing range, his you know, his, like I said, his leadership on and off the field. And like I said, that goal, there was not many. You know, the fans might think that was easy, but it actually wasn't. He knew what he was doing, and it was an important goal because you don't know what would have happened in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Listen, there could have been a long throw. Tottenham they're not bad on long throws as such, but United kept them very quiet in the second half, which is very pleasing.
Sure did. Okay, let's have a look at the stats for the match then and see just how dominant United were. It's funny that before the game we were talking about how this season we tended to have fared better, having less of the ball with a really good record, 7 wins and 2 draws from the 9 games when we had less than 45% possession. Today we've had 65% of the ball against 10 men. Let's just be clear there. It is against 10 men, and obviously that changes the dynamic of the game. But, you know, thoroughly dominant Shazy, and it's not always easy to do, is it, against a 10-man setup?
No, exactly, and especially getting that amount of shots off, that'll be pleasing. The passing accuracy, I think that's a high one too in terms of when you're that dominant, because you can kind of get a little bit lax at times. You have so much kind of space and freedom, but listen, the key one is the one at the top. That's the most important. The goals, obviously. But again, corners, keeping Tottenham quiet to no corners. Really impressive.
Even with the game on Tuesday, you're playing against 10 men, so it's not as the impact on your body isn't as much. And you got the ball, you're moving it around. And then obviously some other lads got some minutes to come off the bench. So yeah, looking to what ahead to Tuesday, it was a great game, and what was it, 35 minutes?
Yeah, and just chatting to Michael quickly beforehand, he said about not having that time to prepare, so he kind of tailored down training the last 2 days to kind of prepare, knowing, okay, the intensity of this game is important, but we know we have less time to prepare, so they're saving a bit in the legs the last couple of days to obviously making sure they're okay again for Tuesday. Yeah,
makes sense. Okay, let's get these thoughts on the match of our commentators, Ben Thornley and Liam Bradford.
Well, that's 4 consecutive Premier League wins for Michael Carrick, and well-deserved again from Manchester United.
Yeah, you listen, 12 points from 4 games, 2 clean sheets. You can't expect any more from, you know, coming in and just having an impact. These players have been really good, like really good. Played some great stuff, scored some great goals, beaten some really good sides. And you know, the ball just keeps rolling, and we have to keep this going now. Obviously there'll be teams above us that will be looking over their shoulder. They didn't think that Manchester United were going to be in this position 2-3 weeks ago, and now look at them, 2 points behind Villa, 3 points behind Manchester City. Even Arsenal, after the performance we put in against them, 2 performances if you count the start of the season, will be just having a little bit of a glance saying who's going to stop them at the moment.
I think the biggest thing for me is the is the confidence of this Manchester United side, but also the commitment level. So to add to the confidence, that there's been no dip off in terms of the effort and the energy and the application that they seem to put into every single game, and I think that's probably the biggest credit that you can pay to Michael Carrick.
Definitely. Everybody comes to Old Trafford. They love watching Manchester United as a team that goes out and attacks and scores goals and has plenty of shots. But they also do the other side of the game, the way that they hunt the ball down. I mean, even when Spurs had 11 men on the field, the way that United hunt the ball down and win it back quickly, it's just brilliant. And once they went down to 10 men, then it was always going to be a struggle for them. And we saw that in the second half. I don't think Senna Lomans, I think he came and caught 1 ball in the second half.
So
the rest of it was, you know, Vicario keeping us out with some decent saves. But once the second goal went in, that was game over.
Just about the red card, I think it's important that we touch on it. Is that a red card now that wouldn't have been a red card 20 years ago?
I think that's a fair assessment. I have seen tackles that were that are a lot worse than that. I just think the fact that maybe it was above the ankle.
It was.
And the other thing as well is, and you can't look past it, is the reputation of the player who committed the foul, which I'm not saying he's right, but it does go through referees' minds when they see who's committed it.
Yeah, I think what I would say is that the letter of the law. There is excessive force, and it's well above the ankle, and it's full face of the boot. It's not the toe or the instep. He's gone full studs, and unfortunately, I don't think Michael Oliver's got a choice. Manchester United roll on to the next game, Ben, and that's going to be just as important, isn't it, coming up Tuesday?
Yeah, I will be there. I will look forward to being at the Olympic Stadium. Obviously, West Ham are in a precarious position. They need a win, and we want to, keep our dreams of making the Champions League alive, and we can do that and go a long way with a win on Tuesday night.
Certainly could. A bottle of red wine when we get home, I think, Ben. Lovely work today. Thanks very much.
Two very happy boys there. United fans happy everywhere, wherever you're watching, and thanks again to the viewers on YouTube for joining us. And that goodwill, that good feeling will be carried over to West Ham now. How much does momentum help as a footballer?
Oh, it's crucial. Like I mentioned, in terms of, like, you were down at the training ground a few days ago, you'll notice the atmosphere, you'll notice obviously the enthusiasm and the drive of the players to stay in the team, then to get into the team, the squad of players, the competition that you create. But it's a feel-good factor, and that's what you just want to continue. It's good for the staff as well. Obviously, I think in terms of Johnny involved with the set pieces, he'll be buzzing with that goal today. It was huge. It's a big part, because to get that first goal in any game is very important. So delighted for him as well.
And what do the next few days look like now, given that we've got a game rapidly upcoming?
Just be recovering. I think even Monday, it'll just be a very light day. They'll probably
in a few of them sleeping pods, will they, Simo?
Carrington.
I can sleep, honestly, yeah. So jealous, by the way. We went
Made you want to be a player again, didn't it?
Mate, it's amazing what the club have done there with the new training ground. Obviously, I couldn't work out, where we're stood in certain parts of the training ground, because it's changed so much. But they've got everything there to recover and to prepare for the next game. And so I don't want to go home, to be honest with you. But no, it was fantastic. Like I said, they've got a lot of time to recover. They'll watch, obviously, analyse this game, analyse West Ham and their game, obviously, later today, and obviously probably travel down Tuesday morning, I imagine. Ready for the night. And as I said, they'll be full of energy anyway, because they're winning and flying in. It's a place where you want to come in now, and you can't wait to get in and be around your teammates.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an important couple of days of recovery before we make the trip to West Ham. Now, earlier in the day here at Old Trafford, at half-time of the game, we were joined by a world champion, and Zara caught up with him.
Thanks, guys. I am pitchside with the darts superstar, Luke Littler. The green light is just playing in the theatre of dreams. This is everything you've dreamt of, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a mix, but there's a little beat to it than usual. But no, it was incredible last year, and I thank the club for inviting me. And then, yeah, obviously it's been a good month now, but I've been a busy man, so I'm glad the club can still give me the opportunity.
You've even put those sprinklers on for you, Luke, haven't they? They're doing everything, but it has been a great month for you, lifting that trophy as well. What was it like getting that World Championship?
Yeah, it was very, very good. Obviously, it's everything that you dreamed of. Obviously, winning it the first time was just so good to become the youngest, but to go back to back, obviously the last person to go back to back was Gary Anderson nearly a decade ago. But yeah, just to win back to back just means the world.
And it means the world that not only are you a dart superstar, but you're a huge Manchester United fan. So you're here today, everything's going well so far. How much have you enjoyed this?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I think Spurs had a good 5 minutes where we were sat back, but then yeah, I didn't expect the corner to go like that. I thought Bruno would have crossed it in, but yeah, that's what they must have done in training, and it's definitely worked out.
It definitely has indeed. But we do have to let you go back and enjoy the second half of football. But before all that, people need to tune in, obviously, to Premier League darts. Night 2's coming up soon. Yeah,
night 2. Night 1 didn't go to plan. It didn't go to plan last year either. But yeah, we go again. There's still 15 weeks left. But yeah, just try and get to the top 4 and go to the O2 and try and get the Premier League crown back.
Well, we'll absolutely be rooting for you. Go and retain that title. And we'll see you very soon. Back to you guys.
Yeah, great to hear from Luke, who will hope to achieve in the Premier League, matching his back-to-back world titles. But after losing that first game up in Newcastle, a bit of a challenge ahead of him, but we wish him all the very best. Right, let's hear from one of the goal scorers from today. Here's Bryan Mbeumo.
Bryan, congratulations. It's another big win for Manchester United. Can we start with your goal, though, because that was straight off the training ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but didn't work out. our training ground. I just like put the ball over the fences. But yeah, today was the most important, and we're really happy with this goal.
So when that comes into you from Cobby, are you thinking to yourself, I just need to pass this in, I just keep it down, keep it low, and just thread it through the gap?
Yeah, because it's not an easy ball to play. A lot of spin, bouncing a little bit. I think it's a very good set because the ball comes hard to Cobbs, and yeah, you just try to secure it, and yeah, don't try to put too much power as I did in the training, and yeah, it worked out today.
It came at the perfect time as well, didn't it, in terms of needing to score to make sure that you went on to win the game. So after the sending off, you score, and then from that point onwards, it gave you all something to stay behind.
Yeah, obviously, it's not really easy to score when they're 10 men, and yeah, scoring on a set piece just like cleared out the game, and obviously they was defending well, and we've been scoring the second one, who was like secured the win, so it was a good game.
Talk to me about what the feeling is like at the moment, because obviously that's 4 consecutive wins in the Premier League. Everybody's cheerful, everybody's happy. What's it like being in that dressing room at the moment?
Yeah, obviously it's fantastic, especially winning here. It's just like great. Fans are unbelievable. It's a great atmosphere, and yeah, they just cheer in like every situation, like tackles, clearance, shots on targets, everything. So that's a big boost for us.
Just a quick word on Michael Carrick and what he's brought to your game. What's he done for you?
No, obviously he talked with me a lot. Just try to give me advices. And yeah, now we just like still work as a team and make the effort for each other.
Right, so Mateus has got the surfer. Have you got a celebration coming for us that's for you?
Yeah, I need to think about a new one now, because mine have been seen many times now, so we're going to find a new one.
Love that, Bryan, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bryan Mbeumo, first goal today was crucial. He got it after that lovely set-piece routine. Very honest as well, saying in training, Shazy, they were going over the fence. So he's really happy that he's managed to bag from the edge of the area today.
Listen, it's one of them. Practice is obviously the key to it and recognising it, but fair play to him. It's great to see that honesty. But listen, credit to the staff as well, because they could have took him off it and put someone else there. But they might have thought, listen, they didn't recognise it. But great that something like that comes off. And as you mentioned, he's give credit to Cobby as well for that ball around the corner.
Yeah.
Difficult skill to get the pace right on that. So good execution, and just about enough execution from Bryan as well on the finish.
Yeah, it was a difficult pass from Cobby, wasn't it? Bruno's ball into him, kind of on the half turn.
You have to have the pace, yeah. You have to have the pace on it.
With the right weight. That's not an easy ball.
I can understand why he's saying the training ground it didn't work out, because it's actually quite a difficult thing to actually master. He said even for Cobby just to get the right, especially with the ground wet as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's luckily for us, unfortunately for us and him, he got enough contact and it went in, and it was great to see when you see something come off like that.
Appreciated by the fans as well, because this from Atron Cackle. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but these are Twitter handles or X handles, so all changes. Love the setup of Mbeumo first goal. Credit should be given to Mainoo for the calm and precise pass. It's exactly what we're saying. They're good for fans to recognise that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, they know, you speak about other teams, Arsenal in particular, they're top of the table. A bit more, I say, brute force from Arsenal's set-piece situation sometimes, right in on top of the goalkeeper, and listen, they're doing it very well. So teams know how important an aspect it is of the game now. You have to take every advantage possible. And if you can create scenarios like that, you make the opposition a little bit wary beforehand, and it's a nice threat to have.
Even Bruno's way to pass has to be right.
Yeah, has to be right.
Cobby just to literally put enough on it. Obviously, if he's a bit slow, then he probably can't do it. He's got to take a touch, and then you lose the momentum. But yeah, I think from all three of them, and
then there's blockers in the middle. There's blockers in the middle doing their jobs. There's all different parts to it, and when the staff and the analysts watch it back, they'll be having a quiet smile to themselves too, because that's what you put the work in for on the training ground for something like that to happen.
Bryan Mbeumo has actually been speaking to another sports star in the tunnel area there, Isack Hadjar, from Formula One. We've had Luke the Nuke, the world champion darts player, on at half-time. Hadjar there. He's quick around the track. I mean, they must know each other. They're having a good chat there, Simo.
Yeah, they obviously do. But again, it's nice to see, obviously, the stars from different sports come, obviously, to Old Trafford.
Winning all the stars.
I told you before, everyone's asking me for tickets. So I can only imagine what it's like for these lads now. But no, it's great to see other people come to Old Trafford and supporting the lads and obviously seeing us win as well.
Yeah, and not a sports star, but Jason Momoa last week.
Yeah, last week.
Big name in Hollywood. So we have such a great club, such a great history. That's not unusual to have some big names from the sports world and Hollywood come visit.
No, exactly. Listen, my son was here with me last week, and he was just to see someone. He's absolutely buzzing as well. So, but as you said, it's no surprise, and that'll always be the case with Manchester United, whether past successes or successes that are going to come in the future. Lots of superstars and A-list celebrities want to be here, especially at Old Trafford.
Sure do. On Mbeumo, is it good to see him play as the lead striker as opposed to off the wing?
I think so, yeah. Especially,
I mean, he can play both, obviously, but
he can.
What makes him really effective up front?
Do you know what? I think he's just direct. We've seen it, obviously, for Brentford over the years, but I also like when he's off the ball, the way he presses from the front. I think we see the goal from Arsenal that he scored, and it was him that the way he pressed. So I just think, yeah, I like to see him. He's direct, and if I'm a centre-back, he's obviously a threat. But obviously they can all rotate and play different positions, but I think at the moment it's just the balance of the team just looks right with him up there and with the three lads behind him. And yeah, long may it continue, because obviously he's our top goal scorer this season, and obviously he's got an eye for goal right now.
Certainly has, which means Benjamin Sesko still has to bide his time a little bit. Again, he got an appearance off the bench, nearly scored with the last touch of the game, but such a great asset to have coming from the subs.
I think he's pushing. I think over the next few weeks, I think he's going to gradually force his way in. The more you can see that intensity he's bringing when he's coming on, and I think he's going to, over the next couple of weeks, I think he's going to give Michael a difficult decision. It'll be a nice one in one sense, because you're hoping that the team, the players not in the team are showing that fight to get in, and he's doing the right way. He's going the right way about it. Probably he'll feel he should have scored late on.
Yeah, this could be the time, maybe. We don't know, because obviously Michael's been playing another week to prepare. This may be the time. West Ham in a few days. Does he think?
Little change.
Put him in, he's fresh. Maybe take someone out.
Yeah.
Cunha came off earlier, so that would suggest he's going to start. And Mbeumo and Ahmad played, kind of went to the end. So be interesting to see if he makes a decision against West Ham.
Hard decision to make, isn't it? Do you change a winning team, or do you freshen it up? It's not easy for Michael, but I'm sure he'll get it right. Back to our viewers on YouTube, and a question for you actually, Shazy. It's great to get the interaction from you guys watching at home. Can you tell us about your best Man United moment? So it's a fairly open-ended question for you there, Shazy. Do you have a favourite moment?
Favourite moment
from the many?
Oh, listen, we'll go to goal at Anfield, the winning goal. Just because as well we went on to win the league as well, so stuff like that when it means it's very special at the time, but when it's important in a title race too. So we'll probably go for that one.
Yeah,
short and sweet.
Thanks to Shoa Abdu for that question. To be fair, you did have a lot to choose from as well. We mentioned tongue in cheek about playing in goal against Spurs briefly, keeping a clean sheet. How did that come about?
Poor Edwin obviously broke his nose. I think it was actually Robbie Keane who did it to him. So then I got the chance then to put the gloves on.
Can they ask why they weren't a sub-keeper or what?
All the subs were made.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it was. All the subs were made. So Rio thought he was going to get the nod, but I managed to win that battle. And so, listen, it was a weird scenario. And then a few minutes later, Rio gives a short back pass. Robbie Keane is bearing down on goal. I'm thinking the clean sheet bonus is gone, but I managed to double bluff Robbie and jumped out and surprised him. So, no, listen, special memories, but thankfully I didn't have to do it too many times.
No, exactly. But yeah, that's definitely one of my fondest memories of watching you play, just because of how unusual
the bench's reaction to a few of the saves too were interesting at the time as well.
You often hear of goalkeepers saying that they can play outfield and trying to get out and involved with the boys outfield, but it rarely happens the other way round. Something you never have done, I guess, playing goal, Simo.
No, I definitely did. Don't put me in there, mate.
It helps when you're 6'3".
The Gaelic football helped out a bit as well.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of big games upcoming then. Let's chat about them. So, West Ham, what's it like playing at that stadium now? What are the challenges that it brings?
I think it's different to maybe Upton Park. Upton Park was, the fans are right on top here, so it's very different. But I think at the moment they're in a good place. I think Somerville, I think lately him and Bowen and the two wingers have been really good threats. They've obviously brought new players in, a bit of fresh blood, and they've been galvanised. I think it was when they beat Tottenham. So no, I think it's going to be, and it's a night game as well. Night games away from home in the Premier League. Doesn't matter who you play, are tough. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, we don't know how they're going to perform today and how they're going to, if they win or they lose, how they're going to feel going into Tuesday night. So we're going to have to wait on that. But yeah, either way, it will be tough. But we're looking for that 5th win, and that lad can get his hair cut. So, so hopefully, yeah, we just worry about us really for now.
I'm still waiting for some reaction from the dressing room, but we showed you earlier Bryan Mbeumo meeting Hadjar, the Formula 1 driver. Zara actually got an opportunity to catch up with him.
We're in the tunnel. Joining me, I have got Formula 1 driver Isack Hadjar. What has it been like today? Because you've just met Bryan Mbeumo. Looks like he's a big fan.
He loves Formula 1. I love football, so yeah, it was good to meet him. French speaking as well, so it helps. And yeah, it was my first time here in this iconic race, so it was a good game too. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
You could be our good luck charm, because we've now got 4 consecutive Premier League wins here. First time in 2 years, a huge game. What was your day at Manchester United like?
Yeah, it was great. I came with friends, my girlfriend, and yeah, 2-0 I think is it's pretty decent for a first time. So I'll try and come more often.
Hopefully you can, but you are going to get very busy. Red Bull Racing, another season is approaching. You excited?
Very excited, but also very focused on the task. Excitement is not going to be enough, so yeah, it's going to be tough, but I just can't wait.
Well, all of us at Manchester United wish you all the best luck in the world, and we'll be watching. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Yeah, good luck to Isack there, and great to see him here with us at Old Trafford. Let's get some more reaction from you, the fans watching at home. Garth says, happy for the wins, but it fills my heart to see how happy the bench is when a goal is scored, especially my boy Xerxes. We were speaking about that before the game. The whole team do celebrate together, which is just a great example of the bond and the spirit right now.
Yeah, listen, that's the key bit to getting that, keeping that confidence and momentum like we've spoken about. And then it's much easier to change a winning team too, to kind of say to someone, you don't want to, it's easy to say to the subs, the rest of the squad, listen, we're rolling with the same team, but when you bring that freshness in, you know that you'll see it in training, the players competing with each other, but then the bond to know that when everyone wins, that 11 on the team, but it's the bigger squad in general, that is the most important, and the confidence there. Listen, you're all in it together, the team is always the most important, and that's why any team that has success is because of the squad, not just because of the team that starts.
It's a good barometer to see where everybody's at, actually, how they all celebrate together, how everyone's in it together.
Yeah, and listen, it's no better feeling when you are winning and you know everyone is with you. Because listen, when you are losing and there's lads on your heels and your toes and there's some people upset, and it can filter through the team, whereas now everyone's just buzzing, full of energy, full of life, and like Stacey says, if Michael does make a change, it's fine, he'll come out, someone else is fresh, you're all on the same page, and like you said, it's a squad game. We're going to need everyone towards the end of the season to get into that Champions League, so it's great to see. I said we've seen it the other day at the training ground, and it's just carried on here today.
Happy birthday to Nagasaki, by the way, who says, today is my birthday, thank you Man United to make my birthday better. So anybody who celebrates a birthday today, wish you a happy birthday from Manchester United. Fans happy all around the world, Chasey?
Oh, listen, I think they're enjoying the moment because they're realising the confidence they're seeing players performing at a really high level. Manchester United with a proper attacking threat, kind of what they're used to seeing. And listen, great to get a clean sheet today as well.
And the final word goes to Rose Kim. Let's make it 5 wins in a row at West Ham. And we all know what 5 wins in a row means. 15 points for United. Yeah. Don't care about anything else that's going on social media. But that would be brilliant if we can make it 5 wins from 5.
Yeah, and I think it's more important because there's a long break to the next game. So it's a bit like, before an international game or an international break. You want to win, because otherwise I think it's 13 days to the next game. So, yeah, you want to go into that, get a win, and the lads maybe have a few days away. And then I said it'll be go from there for the remaining games of the season.
Can't wait for that now. OK, we've just about run out of time to bring you some more reaction from the dressing room. You will be able to hear from Michael Carrick, his interview with MUTV and post-match press conference on the Manchester United app and on YouTube. But for all of us now, from a very happy Old Trafford, from Shazy, Simon and myself, enjoy the rest of your weekend and we'll see you for the trip to West Ham. Bye-bye.
Delivers right-footed in towards the near post where Xerxes managed to make the run, gets to the byline, fires it in. Oh, Xerxes with an absolute screamer from the narrowest of angles, and Manchester United are level.
What was it for you about football?
One, I was good at it.